Well, it's that time of the year where we think entertainment. Christmas, New Year's. But well, some of us, as we focus on the entertainment bit or side of things, there are those who think business. This young entrepreneur is one of those who are reading on that script.
My name is Wampamba Eddie, professional music producer, by names Prof. Eddie Beats. Having come from a Christian family, I joined Sunday school. I picked interest in playing a piano. I advanced my piano grades in a main choir, where I became a choir master. Having acquired skills in playing music instruments, I got a vision of making money out of my talent. Then I was employed in Big Sound Studio in Mkono. Later, with time, I shifted to Banda, where I am now making business. Those few artists who know me, they know me. I make good music. The name of my studio is L Records, where I've worked with artists with names like Papa CD, Maro, Mick Wine, Spartan Music, Marvel Culture, and many are coming. Yeah, I deal with young talents, I help talent. First and foremost, I've been able to set up a boutique called Early Garments. It designs artists for music videos. Since I'm teaching students music production, piano lessons handled, guitar lessons handled, vocal training handled at my studio, I have a plan of setting up a music school to help younger talents achieve their goals, and I'm soon buying land to set up my studio because I'm fed up with the rent issues. You know, it's tough at times. How I earn here: instrument sessions are handled at 500, audio production at 300. Those that need acoustic treatment, there is an increment in the costs. Roughly a week I can earn like 2.5 M. One of the biggest challenge is rent, and it is consuming 30% of my earning. And the other challenge is artists paying late the studio bills, yet the money would have been used to invest in other things. We people that deal in music production, at times we are underlooked, yet we are important people to the nation. Music is needed everywhere. On big functions like wedding, introduction ceremonies, music is key. So my last word to those who would love to venture in music production: never let your talent die. Be focused.
Well, this is Money and Markets, and here we are committed to sharing with you tips on how you can make money and thrive. In our next segment, we'll bring you yet again another package of tips that can help you thrive.
Begins with a step. And for me, if I'm to look at it in the terms of the economic performance, every one of us has something to contribute. Yeah. So depending on where you're standing, what is the opportunity there is? The speed at which you seize the opportunity is also the other matter. We have more businesses closing now than actually are starting. People are closing their businesses because they saw their neighbor's business closing. So you wonder how soon you can cut your losses and get out. Yet we should be asking ourselves that what else can I do differently? Yeah? If it's the market, is someone able to see the products that I sell if I go to the market every single morning? I mean, we have social media. If you belong to 5 groups and none of them knows what you have on your store, you can't blame the government. It doesn't matter how good or efficient mobile money is or the road network. It's just the mode of your doing business. Yeah? If you also look at the bigger players in the market, look at the banks. Are they designing and developing products that are essential to the business environment? Because we know that if the demand side is not aggregated well, then we shall not see the leverage that either infrastructure is put in place or even liquidity. Yeah? What is the essence of having a very big loan book if you hardly have any person coming to borrow? Ask yourself, how much do people need? And then also one thing that I would like to allude to is the ecosystem. If you are in a business, you can't look at yourself alone. You need to look at your supplier's supplier. You need to look at your buyer's buyer, in case they are not the retailers. Rather, they are retailers or not the consumers. So the bigger the scope you have, the more you realize that I need to bridge a gap here, I need to bridge a gap here. I'll give a very simple assumption. If I went and I imported shoes, and now people are just mending, fixing their shoes, they are not buying new shoes. At the end of the day, I have a lot of inventory. So I'll need more space, and by the time you know it, it's a trend that is off, because shoes are in a season, in and out of the season. So you find that much as I took a credit from the bank, I'm unable to realize the benefit. It doesn't matter whether the loan was cheap or it wasn't. So at the end of the day, I need to see, if I'm going to supply, what is the state of the person who's going to buy from me? Yeah? Because every other person depends on the other. Our business depends on your business. Your business depends on our business.
Power is a key factor of production. Apparently, it's also one of the major costs for businesses. Today we share with you tips on how you can manage your power bills to increase your margins.
Over the years, technological innovations have transformed the way we live, and it has certainly upscaled the efficiency of the industrial world. In the 1980s, due to high overloads and destructive resonance from the power lines, scientists developed the capacitor bank, which was later developed and refined further to what we have today. A capacitor bank is a group of several capacitors of the same rating that are connected in series or parallel with each other to store electrical energy. The resulting bank is then used to counteract or correct a power factor lag or phase shift in an alternating current power supply. Their main purpose is to primarily improve the power factor in the network.
So these are capacitor banks. They are called capacitor bank, this and that. So we have what we call power factor in three-phase energy. Power factor is the ratio of the energy you are using to the ratio of the energy you are paying for. So when that ratio is bad, it means you are paying for a lot of energy, and when you are actually using less. So to correct that, we installed 2 capacitor banks. This is 300 kVA and this is 400 kVA. So we managed to improve our power factor to 0.98, which I think we have right now. So it means we were paying for a lot of electricity, but we reduced that.
Any business running on high-end machinery like small-scale manufacturers need a capacitor bank to help monitor the power usage in relation to what is paid. If you decide to run a factory without a capacitor bank, this is what you're likely to face.
So before cleaner production came in, we could not bother much about capacitor bank when it broke down. So we realized after the lesson we have got from them, we realized that we need to repair this, because every month we could pay a reactive charge, some good million of shillings. So we found that within a year we paid around 24 million as a reactive charge to the Omeme people. So we found per month we were paying 98 million.
Improving the power factor also means a high power transmission capability and increased control of the power flow. The benefits of its installation are great, reflected on the cost reduction.
So when we replaced all the capacitor, but then it was not indicating the 0.9 watt, find 0.52, 0.1. So reactive charge was very high. We pay between 5, 7 million, 10 million every month. We got a big improvement. From 98 million, within a period of 3, 4, 5 months, we found we have reduced our spending from 98 to 54 million.
Actually, in 2016, before we installed them, we used to produce 1.5 kilograms of made tea per kilowatt hour of electricity. And currently, we produce 2 kilograms of made tea per kilowatt hour of electricity.
Numerous technological advancements will continue to come up, and SMEs in this digital revolution need to leverage more on these advancements to be competitive.
The project Switch Africa Green Demand Side Management of Energy Use. This project mainly, as its main objective, is to reduce the energy usage in the manufacturing sector and generally resource efficiency and sustainable consumption and production in manufacturing sector.
Today, the capacitor bank is a big box filled with small capacitors connected together, but tomorrow, innovators may downscale this equipment to a size as small as 1 foot with sophisticated functions and efficiency.
That's how it brings us to this week's edition of Money and Markets. Thank you for being with us. You've supported us, and we don't take that for granted. The whole of 2018, and now this is 2019. And from the team here, I would like to wish you a happy and prosperous 2019. I've been your host, Charles Woji. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.